Hey guys, it's Kendra. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be recapping my week 1 of my gut reset. I can't believe we've made it. I'm on day 7 as I am filming this right now, so tomorrow things are going to be changing a little bit. What I wanted to do in this video is kind of just look back on this past week and let you guys know what I have learned about myself this week, what I've learned about just health in general, and ways that I kind of fall into bad habits, and just a little bit of everything that I've taken away from doing this gut, you can call it whatever you want, gut reset, gut cleanse. To me, it's more of like a gut healing process. If you guys missed some of my last videos, basically, so I did a stool test, and truly, I didn't think it'd come back that bad. I just thought, the reason I did it is because if you've been following me for some time, I've dealt with a lot of like GI issues, a lot of bloating, especially after I had Owen, my third baby. After him, I had a lot of just bloating and stomach pain and all that, but I'm kind of used to it because like 10 years ago, I cut out gluten, and the reason was because I got really bad stomach aches. But lately I've just felt really bloated and crampy, and like no matter what I'm eating, I never feel good. So it's almost like, well, I don't want to eat that because I don't want to risk it. And I just kind of felt like, well, this is just my body. And I knew deep down, this is not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to feel good after you're eating a meal. Your food is supposed to nourish your body and give you energy and fuel. And I wasn't feeling that way. And I really, after I had Owen, Andrew and I both just went into more convenience of life in general. You know, we were getting more takeout, eating more frozen foods, not cooking as much. And I think that's just what happens to a lot of people as we get busy, as we have more kids. It's just like hard to plan ahead for your meals and all of that. So I was kind of falling into that trap. So I decided to do this stool test, and when I got the results back, I went through a company called NuviTrue. I'll link them below if you're interested in checking more out about them, but they work with like a team of nutritionists, and it's a whole team that works together to really analyze what's going on internally. And I had a lot of things that were going on. I had a lot of inflammation. I was not absorbing fats or vegetables well, meaning I'm eating like way too fast, and also just malabsorption. So I'm not absorbing like proper nutrients that I should be. Also the bacteria in my gut, there was too much bad bacteria, not enough good bacteria. So a lot of things that I was like, okay, this has to be fixed somehow. But what I didn't realize was how hard this first week would be. And I'm not done yet. I'm doing a 4-week, like a month-long gut reset. So you can do different types, you know. But for me, this is what I'm doing for my body. Sometimes it takes people longer. But yeah, day 1 and day 2 was extremely so hard. I had mood swings. I was irritable. I was exhausted, fatigued, like wanted to just lay down and go to bed. I took a nap the first day. I fell asleep on the couch once Andrew came home, and was ready to quit a million times. Go to day 3 and 4, I woke up feeling so much better. I had energy again. I was happy. I was like more motivated. I also switched up what I was eating. You can watch my previous videos to see like the exact stuff I was eating, but you're basically eating like a ton of bone broth because it's so good for so many aspects of your health. And all of your food is cooked in bone broth. So whatever protein source you're using, I used chicken the first few days, then I switched over to ground beef, and I actually prefer that much more because there's more fat. I think it just filled me up a lot more and gave me more energy. Also, the quality of your meat really matters. You want to be having like the highest type of protein, grass-fed, grass-finished, and then organic vegetables in there. So it's packed with so many good vegetables and seasonings and onions and garlic, like all the stuff. So everything tasted good, but what I was noticing was I was just missing snacking. I was missing opening my pantry and grabbing out some crackers and having some hummus. making myself some iced coffee. Oh yeah, also, so no sugar, no processed foods, no caffeine. You're literally eating your protein with the bone broth and vegetables all day long for a week straight. And now I'm starting to introduce more stuff at the end of this. But I wrote down 5 main takeaways from this past week. If you guys want more of like just how each day went, just watch my previous vlogs. I do want to say that I'm doing this along with a nutritionist, and she's helping me step by step how I'm feeling, providing me with supplements that I should be taking and everything. So it's very catered to me. If you're finding yourself in a situation where you're in a lot of pain, obviously if it's something's bad happening, you want to go to your doctor, but having some type of lab test, I think, is a good way of figuring out if something is going on internally, rather than just like guessing what foods you should eliminate, which is what I was doing. Okay, so my number one thing is coffee. I didn't realize how much I relied on coffee. I got intense headaches the first couple days, and it made me also see how I was not drinking enough water. I have this by my side. I left my Coral Stanley water bottle at my brother-in-law's wedding. I was so sad, so I'm back to this one. But anyways, I wasn't drinking enough water, just hands down, regardless of coffee or anything. I wasn't drinking enough water. Anytime I start to get a headache, feel a little like, okay, I'm a little woozy, I just chug water and I'm instantly fine. It's like all about hydration. I just can't, I thought I was drinking a lot of water before and I just wasn't. So I'm back to getting better with my water. The other thing is about coffee is it's more of a ritual I've noticed for me rather than the caffeine effects. Because right now I have a ton of energy. I've had no coffee in 7 days and I feel great, but I still want coffee. Like I still would die to brew myself a nice cup of iced coffee right now. It sounds amazing. But it's really just mental to me. Like once this is over, I will go back to having 1 cup of coffee a day in the mornings. I'll talk about dairy in that in a sec, but I'm not gonna be drinking coffee after 12. And I've also just, where's my tea? It's not over here now. I've just enjoyed tea because I can drink ginger tea and a little bit of raw honey. And I've loved doing that at night, sitting down watching a show with my tea, or just middle of the day, or I mean, I do my tea in the morning, that kind of replaces my coffee, but it has to be caffeine free. Again, it's just the ritual of making something and having like a little treat during the day is what I really like, I've noticed. The next thing, okay, let's talk about dairy. So dairy was never really a thing that I ever was on, it was not on my radar. And which is weird because I've had so many of you guys like comment like, maybe you should cut dairy. And I was always like, no, I'm fine with dairy. And I was talking to Andrew's mom this past weekend at the river and she's like, oh yeah, I haven't had dairy in a long time. And I was shocked, I couldn't believe it. She's like, yeah, I don't get cheese on anything. And it's never really been a thing. I think because I've been so focused on not eating gluten that I've just assumed all other foods are fine for me. But my skin has been really clear this week. I've had like no breakouts or anything. Sometimes I feel kind of groggy when I wake up in the morning and I don't feel that at all. I feel a little bit more like clear-headed. And I do think that dairy had a big part in my bloat. So I've noticed now, like looking back, I'm like, I truly put cheese on like everything. Even as I'm making my soups each day, I'm like, normally I would take some cheddar cheese and sprinkle it on top. On the eggs, there's cheese. On everything, there's cheese. And the quality of cheese that I'm buying is not good. I'm just getting the Kirkland brand cheese from Costco. Flav City is somebody I've been watching a lot. He has really good stuff on like keto diets. Not that I'm gonna be keto, but he has a good clean options on like, you know, getting the best type of oils in your foods and avoiding certain ingredients and additives and preservatives and all of that. I definitely am going to be cutting out a lot of dairy from here on out after this is over and see how that makes me feel, because I just have never, oh, also when I was going over on my Zoom call, going over my lab results, she was telling me, you know, as we get older, it's harder to digest dairy. It's more for like little kids and babies, that's what dairy is good for. And once you get older, it's harder on your body. And along the lines of dairy is milk. And so I'm gonna get grass-fed milk for Owen. He loves milk, and I get organic milk for him, but I need to be getting grass-fed milk. So I'm gonna be switching to that now. It's gonna cost a little bit more, but I can save a little more on my Starbucks bill. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that is more important now than other things. So I'm just going to prioritize that. Also, as far as coffee, like milk in my coffee, I was just doing a little bit of milk in my coffee in the morning. And that adds up, because if you think about it, it's like, what, a couple tablespoons of milk, but you're having that 1 to 2 times a day, every single day. And even if it's a small amount, it's still going through your intestinal lining and can wreak havoc, which it was doing to me. So also nut butters, I've learned a lot about nut butters. I've been researching a lot of things about those and how so many are full of preservatives, additives, gums that thicken it. And again, those are all so hard on your gut and on your digestion. So I'm either going to start making my own nut butter. I'm thinking either cashew or I don't want to do almonds because almonds still kind of affect me. Well, I haven't had them in a while, so I'm not sure. But I was thinking I could do cashew milk, or I could just do coconut milk. But again, you gotta find like the pure, you just want it to be whatever it is. If it's cashew milk, cashews and water and like sea salt. You don't want it to have like a long list of food. So just look at the back of your whatever creamer you're using and look at the ingredients. I wanna just do better for my kids. I want to cook better for them, cook more for them, more whole foods, more vegetables. Like, we're just so into this schedule of like chicken nuggets right now and easy stuff, quesadillas, and making just quick eggs, eggs are fine. There's so much more I could be cooking for them. There's so many more foods that I could be sneaking into their meals. And I just, again, need to plan my grocery list more, plan our meals for the week, and just get on it with nutrition. And I was saying this in one of the past vlogs, but I felt like when Andrew and I first got married, I was so like gung-ho of really getting into healthy living. And that's kind of when I first started my channel. If you guys follow me back, way back when, like 2012. But after kids, things do change, and it becomes more of a convenience thing. And I just really would like to start cooking more for them and just doing more research on things that I'm giving them. So that is something that will, again, be changing for sure. Okay, number 4 is I need to slow down. And in a lot of aspects of my life, I think I need to, well, one, in eating, I scarf down my food. Whenever I eat, I am just eating quickly, and also like watching a show or whatever. So you're not realizing how quickly you're eating, and also just chewing your foods. I need to be chewing my foods down so much more so it's easier to digest. Just having the soups and like cooked down vegetables has really made me realize how quickly I tend to eat. And both Andrew and I, like when we go on a date, it's like the quickest date ever. We're like, all right, we're done. So I'm just going to try really hard to slow down, be more intentional. I have all these digestive supplements that I take now. So I take a digestive enzyme before I eat, and then I do these, this one is bittersweet elixirs. They taste nasty. And then this is another one that helps with like your gut lining. But I do that before I eat, and it's like I have to consciously tell myself, okay, you're going to sit down and have a meal, have your enzymes, you know, and then sit down and eat. Whereas usually I'm like standing up, doing something quick on the go, grab a bar. Also, I need to cut out a lot of the bars. Like, I love the perfect bars. I'm going to continue to get those, but I do not need to stock our pantry with a million bars, because a lot of those, even though they are gluten-free oats expand when they're in water. So when they're inside of you, they're also expanding, and it's just going to be hard to digest. And I just really need to like be kind to my gut right now and just be gentle on it, you know, while it heals, and just listen to it. So I need to just work more on whole foods. As far as slowing down, this is not just in food, but just in life. I think I need to just take a little bit more time for me, and Pilates has been great for that. I do Pilates 3 times a week, and that is just, I love it so much. It's the best workout, and it's a great time to get out of the house and have just solo time. Well, not solo, you're in a class, but still. But just like taking a bath more often at night, or just sitting down and journaling. I want to get back to waking up early. I was so good about that when I had the girls. If you guys are new here, I have twin girls. They're 4.5 now. But when they were like 2 years old, I would wake up at 5:15, and I would do my devotional. I would have my coffee, and it was a great, peaceful time in the morning that really set the tone for the day. And now I wake up to the kids, and now that Owen, and I always have excuses. It's like, well, it's because Owen, I feel like he hears my alarm, but I just gotta do it. And I also stopped waking up early because I was doing yoga in the morning. But now I do Pilates, so it's like, well, I don't need to wake up for yoga anymore. But I can wake up and just be quiet in my thoughts and journal, do a devotional, do something for myself, just as a way to decompress, even if it's at the end of the day, 10 minutes before going to bed. Just let everything out and just like deal. Also realize that I really kind of suppress any stress that I have. I never like to show it to other people. It's very internal for me, and that can affect your body physically. So I think I need to figure out other ways to also just handle stress. And I think that could be a good thing for me. Okay, my last thing is to just be more intentional. And that is with when I'm grocery shopping, looking at the labels, looking at what's in my food, intentional with prepping, with on Saturdays or Sundays, planning out my meals, figuring out what am I gonna do for the week, and then making a grocery list to go with that. Making these batches of soups has been so nice. It's freed up so much time actually for me, because I'm not like wondering what am I gonna cook today, and then I'm cleaning a bunch of pans. It's all the same, and it just has really streamlined my days, and it's been super nice. It's cut out a lot of hassle and headache. So I just think that meal prep, and Andrew even is like, we need to do this, because he's kind of seen how I've progressed this week. And in the beginning, he was so over it because I was really not very nice to him, but he's seen like how I've changed this week, and how good I feel, and how my bloat has disappeared and everything. And he's like, let's start doing some of this stuff on a regular basis, So it's been super good. Like overall, I just want to say that it's still going on. It is very hard. And like I had to meal prep and bring all my stuff to the river, and I'm eating hot soup at the river and bone broth. Like it's not an easy thing, but I just think it comes down to what matters most to you. Are you really struggling with your health? Like if you are, then it's totally worth it, because a month out of your life is not that much time. But if it's gonna really help fix something internally, then I think it's completely worth it. So I'm just motivated and encouraged right now. And I just wanted to make this video to kind of give you like a recap, because I felt like watching back as I'm editing my vlogs, it's kind of all over the place and kind of just like what's going on. I didn't really show you when I'm eating or whatnot. Just to let you know, I was probably having 4 bowls of soup a day, big bowls of soup a day, and then like 2 cups of bone broth in between, and like a cup of tea. When I say bowl of soup, it's not just like broth. It's like it's a ton of meat. Like I'm doing 2 pounds of meat in each batch. So it's a lot of food. But I felt like I needed to kind of make this video to kind of like encapsulate it and give you just kind of like a quick breakdown and let you know how I feel now looking back. So I hope you guys enjoyed me vlogging all of this. From here on out, I'm not going to be daily vlogging as far as like, this is now day 7, day 8, but I will be filming just like normal vlogs and just kind of give you like a quick rundown of how I'm feeling and what new things I've introduced into my diet. Because now I can have, starting tomorrow, egg yolks. Because egg whites, the protein's hard to digest for a lot of people. I can have nut butters, but again, she said watch out because it's hard for my body to digest fats. I can have asparagus, cabbage. I bought some new stuff that I will show you actually after this. I bought some new stuff at the grocery store, so I'll input that footage here. Okay, so first I got some eggs. I got the cage-free Oh no, he didn't get me organic. I was going to check out and they had cracked on the bottom, a couple of them. So she was like, can you go grab me another thing? And he got me the wrong kind. I got some of this organic grass-fed milk for Owen. And then also I've showed you guys this in the past vlog. This is that protein I got that I'm excited to be able to have. But I'm gonna make like a little shake for the kids with that. Also got some more honey. This one I got because it was the most local that I could find that was organic. So this is from Thousand Oaks. I feel like I should be able to find one here. Maybe like in Old Town I could find one, but this one looked good, so I got that. And then some of this green organic kraut, which I've never had sauerkraut before. But my mom is always the one who's like, you need to get some fermented things in your life for the probiotic aspect of it. And there's just a bunch of other added benefits. So I got that one. They also had a Korean kimchi, but that one, I don't know. I wasn't sure if I'd like the flavor. So I feel like this is a safer option for now. Okay, then here's everything else that I got. Avocados, since I can start having those. Cauliflower, more bone broth. And I saw some other bone broth that was like so much cheaper, and so I was looking at the back and it's crazy. It was all like flavored. It wasn't like real, I don't know what it was, but one of them was like natural flavors in one. This one actually has all of the vegetables and herbs that it's made with. A lot of the other ones were just like the broth with nothing in it. It was like broth with salt and like one had yeast, I think. So now I know why that one costs more. I got a spaghetti squash, 2 small yellow squash, asparagus, onion, and then I got this all for the kids to have throughout the week. I got them these perfect bars. I went with the dark chocolate chip peanut butter. Oh, totally thought these ones were almond. Anyways, I got those.
And did you get me the gift card to Carl's Jr. like I wanted? Carl's Jr. and McDonald's?
No. Andrew said he wants soup, so. Okay, and then I got these. I thought these would be good to make. I could do like just butter on it for them, or I could do like turkey and cheese and make a little sandwich. So we have that and some sourdough bread. Everybody here except me, sourdough's their favorite. So this one looked good though. It's non-GMO. It has simple ingredients here. See, so like a lot of the breads that I was looking at were just like, this was the ingredient list. Okay, so that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys just enjoyed following this journey. It's an ongoing journey. This is not done now. I'm now going to be posting a lot more like recipes and healthy finds and all that. I'm super excited. So let me know down below what you are most excited to see. Like if you want more what I eat in a day's, grocery hauls, whatever. Just let me know. I would love to hear it, and make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in my next